channel and welcome to a sunny Poland. I heard that Poland has a crazy car scene, so I had to come and check it out. So this show is called ULTRACE and it's their biggest show of the year. It's around this massive stadium. I don't think there's anything inside the stadium. I think it's all around the edge. Never been here before. It looks like it's going to be a crazy one, so stick around. Let's go check it out. So predominantly the car scene out here is all stance and tucked and everything's slammed to the floor like this and the wheels are really tucked up. So straight out the gate we've seen this 280 SE, and when I think of stance this is kind of what I think of. Really nice colour, chrome absolutely immaculate, wheels tucked right in there and this thing slammed to the floor. Straight out the gate. That is not a bad way to start a show, is it? Well, this is why I love coming to different countries to check out the car scene. Just look at this E-Series Mercedes. Split rims tucked right in there. Just such different styling you just wouldn't see in the UK. I like that, it's really cool. Lovely Mark V Supra. Red with the white wheels, looks really clean, really nice. So I'm not going to argue with you that these don't look cool, but what do you think about like an F355 and this really lovely classic Porsche on bags, stance? What do you think? Old classic sports cars or even modern day sports cars, should they be on bags and tucked like this? I'll be honest, I think I've been converted. This red Carrera in the sun with the BBS split rims tucked into them arches, I think I've been converted. That looks so cool. Again with this Ferrari F355 Spider in yellow. Again, BBS wheels absolutely tucked into them arches. The yellow in the sun looks so cool. That is lovely. That is a really nice pair. The Carrera, the 355. Right, so I've walked into the show, I'm about 20 meters in and I've already seen about 5 or 6 crazy builds, but check out this M2. So this M2 in this color with them wheels tucked into them arches, this has got every carbon fiber accessory I think that you can get. Look at them wheels. That color in the sun. That looks lovely. That looks really, really nice. This is a cool little thing. Look at that, just need to put some ice and some beer in the back. Be honest in the comments, from the back, do you know what this is? Because I didn't. Just look at this thing. How crazy does that look? Airlift performance, crazy wheels. I had to come around the front. The Saab badge on the front, that was the only way I knew what that was. That's a crazy looking thing. So I think when they say the Polish car scene is a little bit different, I think this is what they mean. Check out this Citroen CV, crazy wheels, don't know what's under the bonnet. It's got the old-fashioned kind of spring seats, but he's got a roll cage in the back. How crazy is that? I think that sums up the Polish car scene right there. Look at this stunning white GT3 RS. They've even put 22s on that. They squeeze them into them arches, look at that. How cool do them wheels look on that? Definitely an interesting artistic interpretation on this wrap, on this Audi. A 3-spokes making a comeback. Right, this definitely caught my eye. I'm not sure if it's got like a satin paint protection film on it, but the colour looks so cool under this sun. But just check out these wheels, the fitment and the stance. That's ridiculous. That looks so cool. Right, so I knew this show was going to be big and crazy, but I've got about 4 hours before I've got to get a taxi and head back to the airport. I honestly don't think I'm going to be able to see it all. It is massive. So this is definitely a bit of me. I love this old classic Porsche. I love the stance, the wheels. I love the livery. I even love like the colours of the livery. I think everything on that is perfect. That's definitely a bit of me. Yeah. That is really, really cool. I like that. So it was actually Slammed UK that gave me the idea to come to this car show because they are unveiling their Lamborghini Huracan with the Liberty Walk Silhouette GT kit on it. Exactly the same as this, but I haven't seen theirs yet. But just look at this colour and everything. This kit is just crazy. I think it's about £60,000 just for this kit, but the colour in the sun looks absolutely ridiculous. That is so cool. Right, I don't know if you can see, I literally come in over there where them black and orange flags are and I've made it to here and it's taken me an hour. Here's the arena. So I think it goes all the way around. So this is crazy busy. I've literally got another 3 hours to get round. I don't know if I'm going to make it. So talking about colours looking absolutely lovely in this sun. Look at this. This is an advert for Maguire's. Rocket Bunny kitted RX-7, sequential gearbox, bride bucket seats. Look at the fitment of them wheels and then check out that engine bay. That is a lovely build. So I think this sums up the Polish kind of car scene again. Really nice Volvo air ride, speedline wheels, guys, polished, and it looks absolutely immaculate. I thought I'll come and have a look, see what's under the bonnet. a BMW swap. Look at that. Enough said. So let me try and sum up how crazy this show is. You've got a Liberty Walk kitted Audi R8 sitting there, and then this really nice Audi RS6 estate, massive wheels, air ride. I don't know if the camera's doing it justice, but this satin wrap looks absolutely gorgeous in the sun. Yeah, I really like that. And then if we just kind of scoot over here, you've got this Ferrari 360, satin grey, rotiform wheels, air ride. Yeah, this show is ridiculous. Everywhere you look, you point the camera, there's a crazy creation like this. Right guys, I'm going to do you a favour. I'm not going to do much to camera because it is so hot. I am an absolute sweaty mess, so I'll point the camera at the good stuff. Look at the fitment on this S3. You literally could not get a fag paper between that. So this black and gold RWB F13 UK, this has come over from the UK. We've seen this car quite a few times. Always cool to see, but yeah, that's a regular on the channel. So if you want to show off what your company can do, look at the Porsche brakes on that. At least he's got the stopping power to match the engine build. Look at that thing. Size of that turbo. That's a crazy build, isn't it? People on the channel know I like a Mark 1 Golf GTI, and I knew there would be some over here. Look at this one. I love the colour. I'm not sure about the different wheels on the front and the back, maybe from left to right but not front to back, but I have to say that needs to come home with me. That is lovely. I like what this company's doing. I don't know if I'm saying it right, Indecent, but yeah, that looks super cool. Wide arch kit, and then they've taken the wide arch kit, put it on this 911, raised it, made their own Dakar, put knobbly tyres, light bar on the front, roof rack with a spare wheel, raised it. That looks so cool. Would you take that or the Dakar? There's some real crowd favourites down on the Porsche stand. So you've got this 911 Carrera RS in Ruby Star, looks absolutely gorgeous under this sun. A 959, which is always crazy to see, but I've never seen a white on white one. That is a true unicorn there. That's really cool to see. And then this is the 911 SC Safari with the Martini livery on it. Look at that thing with the bull bars and everything. That's seen a lot of action. That is so cool to see. But yeah, super cool lineup on the Porsche stand here. This Mustang's definitely pulling a crowd. Let's go and check what's under the bonnet. I can see why it's pulling a crowd. Just look at the attention to detail on this build. That is ridiculous. Bright red, all leather, red interior. The panel gaps and everything. That is a real piece of art, isn't it? Just look at that thing. I really like the spec on this Cayman. Really like the wrap. I love the yellow headlights with the cross. I love the roof box. I think the colour looks really cool. The BBS wheels with the discs on the front. That looks so cool. The fitment, so good. I like everything at this show. But yeah, that's a winner for me. Another really old Merc. That looks so cool. These are definitely my favourite. They look absolutely ridiculous. I think they suit the stance so well. It's really not easy to stand out at this show, but this BMW E30 definitely has. I love the white with the livery down the side. That looks so cool. The fitment on the air ride, on point as always. Centre locks is a big flex, isn't it? And then the BMW straight six. Look at that. But I have to say, that looks really cool. I like that. But while we're on BMWs, this E28, look how clean that is. It's almost better than when it rolled out of the factory. Absolutely immaculate, that thing. Right, this might be the nicest Mark V Supra build I've ever seen. In this sun, this paint is absolutely beautiful. It goes from purple to green. I love the matte black wheels with the purple. That's a really nice build, I like that. I mean, I really like Hot Wheels and I collect them myself, and they've got some cool ones in there, I'm sure, but the Cube is massive. I'm not going to queue up, I haven't got time for that. But I have got time to check this out. Look, the original Bone Shaker Hot Wheel, and they've made a life-size version of it. How cool does this thing look? Check out the interior. The gear lever is like a spine. That thing looks so menacing. Yeah. That's cool. So I remember seeing last year, this thing was here and it absolutely pulled the crowd. It was all over the internet. Just look at this thing. I think this is the mastermind behind it. But so it's a van and he stuck a Yamaha motorbike in the back, driving the rear wheels. That is crazy. Simple, but crazy. But it's been done so well. Just look at the thing. Tubular chassis. Yeah, that thing is cool. I'm glad I saw that because I've seen so many pictures of this thing. That's ridiculous. So simple, but I think it's been done so well, that's why it's so cool. Right, I think this is good timing. This crazy creation is going to be fired up. Right, so that's what a 600cc Yamaha engine sounds like. But it's not even an engine, it's a complete bike in the back of a van. That thing is crazy. Check out the engine bay on this M3. Got trumpets on there. I bet that thing's a handful. I have to say, I've never been sure on the styling of the Corvette, but I have to say the body kit, the red and the black, that looks really cool. But check out the rear wing on that. That's like a GT3 car. This Evo's cool. I love the Rotax wheels. White on the front and grey on the back's unusual, but I love the motorsport inspired livery. Super clean, that looks really nice. And then, like I said, I love a Mark 1 Golf GTI. Another one there that looks really nice. Back to talking about colours in this sun. Check out the metallic kind of brown on that. I'm not sure if this is completely my cup of tea. I can appreciate the work that's gone into it. Don't know if I completely like the styling on these, to be honest. I have to say white and black is definitely my colour combination, so it's up there. But Liberty Walk kitted Toyota Supra, what do you think? I think this is more me, to be honest. This GR Yaris with the Rocket Bunny kit on it, this pearlescent white looks really cool. Yeah, I have to say that is a bit of me. That looks really cool. I actually really like the wheels as well. I like everything about that. I'd say I prefer that over the Supra, but put in the comments, what would you take? Liberty Walk Supra, Rocket Bunny GR Yaris. For me, it'd have to be this. I feel like we've come to the heavy hitters now. Liberty Walk kitted Lamborghini Aventador. The wrap and everything to promote that company, that looks really cool as well. And then a Liberty Walk R35 GTR. Again, the company colours and the wrap looks really cool. I have to say, props to the Polish car scene though. All these builds are so well finished. You look at all the kits, everything fits just so well. You can't deny, they know how to build a car over here. Everything looks so cool. Everything looks just, look, it's rolled out of the manufacturer's factory like it. It fits perfect, no gaps, nothing doesn't quite align, everything's spot on. That's really nice, I like that. I knew there was going to be a lot of Mark 1 Golfs here, but I didn't know it was going to be this many. It's like a sign, it's almost telling me to get one, but look at this one. What's that, an R32 engine? Unusual colour on wheels, but that looks really nice. I don't know if you can see, sun visor says Black Beast. That's definitely what that is. This is a crazy build. The Mazda MX-5 with an LS2 6-litre V8 in it. How crazy is this? You gotta say, Poland know how to do some crazy builds. Just look at that thing. But yeah, some people, you might call it a Miata. In the UK, we call that an MX-5. Just look at that thing. How did they get that in there? That is ridiculous. I really like the build on this. I presume it's a wrap, but I have to say I really like the pearlescent kind of yellow wrap on that. That looks really good, but that is too good to be scraping walls with, isn't it? Yeah, I really like the build on that. And then this, something straight out of the Fast and the Furious. Nissan Silvia with the wrap off of the Fast and the Furious car. That looks really cool. That's too good to drift as well, isn't it? So they really like their MX-5s here. Another really cool build. I like the colour and the wheels and everything. I think the builds are so cool here. They put them together so well. The variety of builds here is crazy as well. Look at this Beetle. And I love the way it's all the rust and everything's been left, but just full on racing aluminium seats. Air ride tanks in the back, if you can see there. Even a Fiat 500 isn't safe, but you can't deny, again, that looks so cool, doesn't it? Right, so when I say this event is big, I had no idea. There's a whole my god, look. There's trade stands as far as you can see. There is no way I can get around all this in half a day. It really is just like the best of the best here. Look at this E30 M3. Sequential gearbox, stacked digital gauge, absolutely immaculate inside, half a cage. That is probably the nicest E30 M3 I've ever seen. Drifting. There's a track down below, so you can stand on this barrier. Everyone's standing along this barrier watching all the cars. There's literally non-stop, car after car after car, all day long. There's hundreds of cars down there drifting. Really cool. I really like the fade front to back on this, and all the forged carbon fibre. The white wheels look really cool. Forged carbon fibre rear wing. This is cool. I've seen this online quite a bit, never seen it in person. That's really cool. Check that out, slant nose. That's a lovely colour combination as well. That looks really, really cool. So this RX-7, I've seen loads over the years online. I knew it would look ridiculous. It looks absolutely crazy in person. This is the kind of car that you know is going to look good and looks good online, but till you see it in person, the proportions are absolutely out of this world. That is crazy. Again, how crazy are some of these builds? Look at this Corvette. Massive wheels, then rotiform wheels just tucked in. The car's for sale. Look at that. I don't even know how big them rear wheels are, but that is one crazy Corvette. That's ridiculous. I definitely like E30s over here, another really nice example. And then this really nice, almost like British Racing Green, BMW M2, again with all the carbon fibre. So I wondered why the bonnet was off this M3 Touring. When I come over, that's why. He's had a single turbo conversion on it. Somebody has made an M3 estate, or sedan would you call it? So it's an M3, all M3 interior, but it's an estate. The estate that BMW never made. For the show, this is actually pretty standard. Lovely yellow Carrera RS, 3.8 litre. Yellow really suits this. Again, everything here is just absolutely immaculate. What's going on with that GT3 RS? Whatever they're doing, they're not playing. Had to make a beeline for this. You know I love an R34 GTR, Bayside blue. That looks really nice. Carbon fibre covers on the RB26. Lovely engine bay. That looks really nice. Z-Tune front wings. Kind of a bit of a Nismo kit on it. Really nice example. I mean, I'm running out of things to say about these ridiculous builds, like the word ridiculous and crazy. Just I feel like I'm saying too much, but just look at that. The attention to detail and the work that's gone into some of these kits. If you want to come to a car show in luxury, you can't do much better than an S63 AMG. I have to say, I quite like the wrap on this as well. Grey on the bottom, black on the top. Massive wheels, slammed on the ground. That's a baller, isn't it? They literally put everything on bags and slam it on the floor. Just check out the Porsche Panamera. Again, you wouldn't think it, but then when you see it, you kind of go, it actually looks pretty cool. Okay, let me try and explain this one. So, you've got a Volvo on air ride, slammed to the ground, and then you've got half a Volvo slammed to the ground, connected to the other Volvo. It's mind-blowing, some of the things here, it's crazy. I like the reworked Scuderia shield, that's pretty cool. Right, you think you got camber? Check that out. Really clean Mark IV Supra there. I bet you don't see many of these over here. So we can get near this Passat. This is another crazy build. Centre lock wheel nuts, which is a crazy amount of work in itself. Look at that engine bay, Perspex, bonnet, absolutely immaculate inside, colour-coded roof box. Everything is absolutely immaculate, and then all the tanks and pumps and everything. And then, again, another crazy build that on a car that you just wouldn't expect. It's like they're haunting me now. It's like I need one in my life. Look at this, almost like baby blue or golf blue, but then I do like this green. Look at that. These have got to be the best builds in the world, haven't they, over here? Right, this Audi looks like it can win awards just by its appearance and body kit and everything at the show, but I reckon if you put this on a track, it would put down a blistering time. Full stripped out race interior, roll cage, swan neck top mounted rear spoiler. Yeah, I don't think this thing's messing around. I don't think this is just for show. Look how immaculate this is. I think this is like a BMW 1802 maybe, something like that, but the colour, I love the colour. And the fitment of the wheels and everything, that looks absolutely stunning. So that Audi we were just looking at, these things look so cool just sitting there, but they look so much better on the move, don't they? Look at that thing. Okay, so this is a car we've seen loads of times. This little Abarth 124 Spider is Bradley's. He works for SME 150, so yeah, we've seen this at a lot of shows over in the UK, but I know he's only just brought this over just for this show. But yeah, cool to see some cars from the UK over here representing. Everybody knows I love a Lancia Delta. I have to say, I'm not sure about these wheels, but the more I stand and look at it, it does look really cool, doesn't it? The silver wheels with the dark blue paint, that looks really nice. That's cool to see. Oh, look at that. Definitely down my street. R32 GTR in white. It is so clean, just look at that. Nismo wheels in white, bright seats, half cage, carbon fibre canards. It's absolutely immaculate. V-spec, it must have been resprayed. White on white, R32 GTR has got to be all-time top 10 car garage. Just look at this 300 SL, absolutely beautiful blue. I presume on bags, solid chrome wheels, that colour in the sun is stunning. And then check out the interior, absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous, matching luggage on the back. I've never seen a 300 SL gullwing like that. That for me is probably the car of the show. Unusual spot, Escort Cosworth. Really nice red with the gold wheels, looks lovely. Right, there was a few cars I definitely wanted to see coming here, and this 308 GTS was one of them.
I don't know what's going on.
Look at that thing. This has to be one of the main reasons for coming here as well, to see this. When Liberty Walk announced they were doing a Countach and I saw them cutting it up, I thought I had to come and see this thing. But seeing it in person is even crazier than the pictures online. Pictures online just don't do this thing justice. This is crazy. I have to say, this angle for me looks absolutely insane. Just look at that thing. It's crazy they cut one up and done it, and I'm surprised Lamborghini haven't said anything to them, but it is absolutely ridiculous, isn't it? It's a work of art, that thing. That's really cool. Right, we're really rushing now. We're really running out of time. Oh, but look at this. Have to stop and look at that. Group B rally car, Audi Quattro. That is cool to see. So this is the car that spurred the trip to Poland. So this is Slammed UK, this is their Hurricane. It was yellow, did look really cool before, but now they've put the Liberty Walk Silhouette GT kit on it, and I have to say the blue and the white look really, really cool. I love the Union Jack there, representing. But yeah, I know they worked really hard on this, and it hasn't been finished that long. I have to say I prefer this to the gold one we saw earlier, but if you're watching this in the UK and you want to see it, this will be at the Gravity show. That is really cool. I love the yellow lights as well. I can stand and look at this thing for ages. Like, people educate me in the comments. This is really cool. Obviously a Porsche. I have absolutely no idea what it raced in. I don't know if it's an old Le Mans car or something, but it's here and it looks really cool. But if you know what that is and where it raced, put it in the comments. Right, I don't think I can do much more. It is still really busy. I've probably seen half the amount of cars here, if that. It is massive. If you ever think about coming here, definitely come for 2 days and do 2 full days. There is so much to see. This is probably the biggest car show I've ever been to. And you want to stop and look at everything, because everything is just top notch. But I've just had a weather warning and they're putting it on the PA that there's a storm coming in literally like 10 minutes. I think that was a spot of rain there. The clouds are looking pretty vicious, so people are saying once it starts raining, get in a car or get some shelter. So I think that is time to head back to the airport. I've got a flight in about an hour and a half, so I'm finding it fine. But I hope you liked the video, guys. It was my first trip out to Poland for this, so again, hope you like the content, and I'll catch you on the next one.